Told my BD we need to talk about our 5-year-old son and his behavior. Told my BD we need to talk about our 5-year-old son and his behavior. He was recently diagnosed with ADHD and oppositional defiant disorder. His dad doesn't believe in mental health, so he hangs up mid-conversation expected. Not only is the immaturity unbearable, the ignorance is crazy. I parent alone. I stopped my son from going to his house a while back B/C. He doesn't do anything but undo the structure and rules I implement. Does the opposite of whatever I ask him to do regarding our son? I'm saying this to say these are the same type of men who will claim family/friends. The BM is bitter and does not let them see their child. I do not agree with being okay as long as the parent is present. If their presence is actively a negative effect, what is the whole purpose? He has no desire to get on the same page whatsoever. I wish he would just sign his rights over, which is something he refuses to do, but he also refuses to get his act together. My son is crazy about his dad, me. Mama, regardless of any negative comment, follow your heart. Coming from a single mom of 3 boys, whom I raised to be real men. These men have no idea how hard it is to do right about raising a child and doing all the ins and outs of structure, routine, physical and mental health. All the love and nurturing. To have to deal with a big-ass kid as a father on top of it all. These men think you just take care of kids. No, you have to raise them. That takes sacrifice. Something they none apt do you. Their opinion, in my opinion, is the least valued. Most of them are still adolescent, minded themselves, and could never understand. Y'all really crazy as hell in these comments. She's the primary parent. She absolutely can implement whatever rules her child needs to be his best self, and the dad should be working with her, not against her. Parents who feel one parent is just trying to control the situation are parenting from their ego and not their mind or heart. This is about the well-being of the child, that I'm certain the mom has to raise alone 5 days a week, while dad has 2 days of responsibility. Great job, mama. I couldn't have explained it better. I was doing a courtesy of reaching out to discuss it with him. All he had to do was listen. I wasn't asking him for anything, and that was too much. I asked him not to let my son watch shooting videos or certain content XXXTentacion, and his response is, "You can't tell me what to do at my house." Always a fight about the most logical things. I am tired, and like you say, I have to deal with him 28 days a month. By the way, he gets him 2 days every few months. I'm so sorry. My daughter got diagnosed in Feb plus dysgraphia, and the diagnoses alone are a lot, but the mental health deniers make things even worse. Thankfully, most of the people in my village who know have been supportive, but I know how taxing it can be to have to deal with people who don't think it's real. Sending you love on your journey through this. She said she has tried to compromise with the father, and he's not willing to even communicate, and y'all somehow heard dictatorship? Since when is trying to communicate and figure something out together a dictatorship? ADHD and OD are serious and real mental illnesses that need constant accommodation and attention. I work with kids on the spectrum similar to ADHD when they come back from staying at their other parent's house. They have more challenging behaviors, B/C. Their structure was ruined. Girl mine told me all I do is listen to white people in regards to ours. Thank God I have sole legal custody. Some of their minds can't make it out of the hood for decent convos. Kids act different with dads, and it took me years to realize this. My son dad is the same exact way, but the way he act with him is totally different. My son lose control over there, and once his dad get a hold of him, he's brought back and quick. With me, once he lose control, he just continue to spiral until he fall asleep regardless of what I say/do. More than likely, he don't see what you do, and he needs a visual. Stopping him from seeing his dad is only going to make things worse. You tried. He ignored your plea. Cut him out and move forward. You can't force him to be a good parent. Forgive me. As a SPED educator, your last part made me chuckle that your son has OD, not that part, and then the dad doesn't do what you ask. This part, well, at least you know where it came from. Sometimes you've got to laugh to keep from crying. So now you have to learn how to maneuver with your child's OD and apply the same tactics to his dad. OD, give options and let things be their idea. Sometimes things go smoother when we stop telling them what to do and allow them to have input. If you really think about it, controlling people punish you for not doing things their way. Every mother who has kept their child from their dads can justify it to themselves. Most people can justify their wrongdoings. I'm not saying you're wrong because I don't know you, but I think you may need to meet with a mediator before you become end, all be all of what parenting is. You choose him for a reason. Get me? No judgment, just a different perspective. I chose him because I was ignorant. I know better now, so I'm definitely doing better, and this is one of the decisions that reflect so. While I understand where you are coming from and truly am sorry you're experiencing this is one of the unfortunate results that come with the choice you made to have a child W this person. You obviously have the choice to do what you feel is best as the mother, but also understand he is still the child's father, a willingly present one who has the choice to do what he feels is best, too. And remember that your choices now will again have more results/consequences. I hope things work out. Bro, my BD is just like this per court order. He gets weekends now. She just went with him yesterday. And I told him the schedule she's been on, what time she eats dinner bath, and bedtime I text him last night. Checking up on her N, her tells me she's still awake. It was almost 10 p.m. And when asked why, and I remind him, I told him her schedule. He laughs and tells me, and mind you, she'll be one Monday N. Every time she goes out there, I have to get her back into her routine. It's like he purposely doesn't gaff what I say. Co-parenting is so hard because it's inconsistent. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with this. I would seriously consider speaking to a lawyer. I worry that if you do enroll your child into some kind of therapy, that he won't support your son and potentially sabotage the sessions and their teachings. What's even more concerning is if he doesn't believe in mental health issues, he's instilling that men don't cry rhetoric into your son, causing even more problems down the line. Good luck, mama. That's exactly what he says out loud. He's the type to watch a kid get hurt and say, it didn't hurt him. I do want to speak to a lawyer. I want this over. The crazy thing too, sis, at Love Nikki Forever is that when you address the men, they make it about them? Like, it's not about you, it's about the fact that you're going against what your child needs and you keep making it a me-vs, you thing when it's not. I swear they do the opposite just to be spiteful, and the child has to suffer. They know we're strong, and they think our children are our weak spot, but they aren't. Listen, I literally told him this ain't about how you feel, it's about our son's productivity. He couldn't get past his own personal viewpoints to even listen to the diagnosis before hanging up. I used to get mad, but now I'm just like, that speaks to you. Exactly why 5 years later, he still has zero growth. He counted on me not having any laughing out loud, so it's definitely a lot done out of spite. I'ma take that little bit of control you thought you had too. My mental is rejoicing. Just want to give some encouragement. My nephew has ADHD/odd, and with medication and therapy, I've seen a big turnaround. He still portrays some symptoms at times, but I think it's more so him being a child, for example, telling lies sometimes, but he's just biggest helper, kindest kid. He wells better given praise and tasks to keep himself busy. It really helps. I hope everything works well for your son. I absolutely understand what you are going through. My son is now 20 years old, and I had to deal with an extremely immature person that refused to take accountability, saying, be careful who you have kids with. Consider that people lie and pretend until they get someone trapped into a situation, and who they actually are finally shows up. I 100% believe my son's father has undiagnosed odd, but now will spend the next 30+ years in prison for murder that he committed on camera. Am I surprised? Oh, wow. That is scary. Does your son have it? This is my literal fear for my son. There is often a hereditary component. I'm sorry you're parenting with an emotionally immature person. I'd invite him to doctor and school appointments, but otherwise leave him out of this. Not worth the extra stress. He never shows. Not when I was pregnant. Not to any father, son, or parental events because it's too far to drive, and he lives 45 minutes away. The only reason he and my son had a connection so long is because of me trying to protect my son emotionally. Trying to give him that relationship. No matter how much time passes, he always asks about his dad, and every time Dad fails to hold his end, I'm always the cleanup person. Everything. I'm done. What do you think? Share your verdict in the comments.